Hi guys, welcome back for another one. We're doing here with Transport Fever 2, our EPEC challenge. Every product to every city, a tropical map, hard, difficult, 1850 start, all that good stuff. Now, little disclaimer, I got a day off work. I got to get some recordings done. So I'm recording like 3 episodes and I'm dealing with a little bit of a head cold. So bear with me if any of that becomes a distraction for you. But in this episode today, we need to focus on continuing to spread every good to every city. And we do, because of the challenges of a tropical map, we do have some issues we need to resolve to get every product to every city. Now, one of those issues is going back to the whole way to the beginning when we set up our very first product line, which was fuel. And let's zoom out here just so you guys have a visual with what I'm talking about. So we first set up fuel. Let's get our orientation here correctly. There is north. Let's go south. All right, so this was one of the very first things we set up with this oil well. Ships taking everything over and unloading here, and then we bring it down here to fuel and to Lancaster. Now, you guys know if you've been following along that this plant needs to feed about 3 to 4 cities, depending on the demand and stuff, how we break it down. I've depending on how much demand there is, I've been changing up my mind, but I think since Winston-Salem, yeah, I'm thinking just because Torrance and Lancaster, backing up a little bit there, they both demand fuel as one of their first 2 goods, and they're 2 of the bigger cities. I don't think I'm going to be able to spread it. We'll see what happens. But anyways, we've never been able to deliver fuel to Torrance, and I think it might be one of the only cities not getting its first 2 goods. Like we got them there, Richmond's there, Madison's there, Palm Bay, Gresham. Oh, we're not delivering machines to Gresham? All right, strike that from the record. If I had machines to Gresham, we'd be demanding 6 goods there for sure. Why am I not delivering machines? Don't think about it too hard because that's not the point of this episode. But I do want to figure that one out. So maybe when I get done with this project, which will probably be a 2 or 3 episode project, which we're about ready to dig into, maybe we'll come back to that one. All right, so let's keep going here. Everett has its first 2 good, and Winston-Salem has its first 2 good. So yeah, it's only... I thought it was only Torrance, but it's also Gresham too, which we're working on. Fuel is our main focus of these next couple parts until we're done. So some other ones that demand fuel that don't have fuel yet. Richmond, which is going to come into play. It's not a very big demand. It just grew past the point of demanding 4 goods. But I imagine if we can get more machine production up here, maybe some more tools coming in, we'll be safe. It will demand fuel for forever. We already delivering to Madison. We're not delivering to Palm Bay, and we're not delivering. So there's a lot of opportunity here with fuel. So what is our 2 fuel plants? And I know the one I'm going to be working on today, but I don't think I did not look at my second one before I started recording. So shame on me. So we have Madison, or Madison's the other one. All right. So I should have known it was Madison. So Madison, you're supposed to be delivering to Palm Bay, Richmond. You're not going to take Richmond. I'll keep you here. Palm Bay, Gresham, and Everett, which everyone demands fuel. Believe it or not, because I'm using Richmond for what the setup we're going to do here today. So I think originally you're going to be designated for, which kind of sucks a little bit because I could use this port, but I need to use Richmond. It's just you guys will make more sense here once we dig more into it, but we definitely need Richmond to be fed off the Lancaster plant. So with that said, let's dive in here. We have a little bit of an issue. So currently we have this plant feeding this oil refinery. We need a second oil plant, and as you guys can, if I zoom out, there's nothing here. We do have one up here, but if we ship it down, we're already shipping it down here to make plastic, which now this one's going to need eventually another oil well or crude. What is that? What do you call you? Yeah, oil well. They bring up crude, which we don't have any around here. And I thought, oh, okay, is there another oil refinery, oil well around here? If you look around, there's just none. As I thought, if there was one nearby, I could easily like snake it over, drop and deliver, and then the ships I would need more ships or bigger ships or something like that. So yeah, I thought we could do that, but it's just not a thing. I thought, okay, well, I can take this one, siphon it down here, and bring 2 more over. But then it's like, okay, where am I getting 2 from? That makes sense. And there's no 2 around these borders, so I had to think outside the box a little bit. So what we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be repurposing this line right here. This line is going to stay like this for right now, but eventually it's going to come and it's going to ship in directly to this oil refinery. It's going to stop going here. And we have 2 sets of oil wells here, 2 sets of oil wells here. But with Richmond needing fuel, it sets up the opportunity to have a ship that comes out, delivers fuel to Richmond, picks up from these 2 oil refineries, drops off somewhere over here. Like, well, we won't use this anymore. That's getting way too crowded. Because it's somewhere over here, and we just follow this down. We might do some kind of... I think we'll just do one single line that comes, follows through all this. Now we're going to tear up the south side of Lancaster. Yeah, we're gonna have to tear this up. I want a big road through here because it's going to be very heavy. We want bus lanes too. But anyways, they're going to bring the crude whole way through here, through Lancaster, drop it off at the oil refinery. And this is where things get tricky, but they are going the majority full, so I'm okay with it. They'll pick up the oil, drop it off at the refinery, and then go back to pick up more, and just going back and forth like that. And then we'll designate a line that just delivers fuel into Lancaster from here, which... That's a lot of residential. All right, so we need to first set up the structure, right? Everything first. So we need to bulldoze Lancaster. It sucks, but it needs to happen. Bus routes might get jacked up. We'll see what we do. Actually, I'm going to delete all this. This is going to cost me a ton of cash, but I think I'm going to pause it. I'm just going to demolish this entire southern part. This is bad. This is real bad. This is not something you guys usually see me do. Not something I highly recommend. But or I don't know if I highly recommend it at all. You have to put some pause because the city's going to try to rebuild itself really quickly. So pause is the best way to handle this. I know it's going to break bus routes, which is fine. Yeah, I got the cash. Demolish. I know it costs a lot. Stop telling me. I know. Is my bank account empty yet? No, it's not. I got tons of cash. Stop yelling at me. All right, so that's, yeah, I know, auto save all the demolishing. I got it. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's get our, we're gonna do city road because it's what it's going to eventually going to be. Do I want to do an extra large street? I mean, it could be very busy. I'm hoping residential moves away from this area, but it probably will grow into this area, unfortunately. 4 lanes, 6 lanes. Just do 6 lanes. Let's just do it. I should have the cash. All right, so let's have you little go straight across here like this, and then we'll have you doing some curving. All right, so we have to do a lot of different stuff here. Probably should have added a bus lane. All right, this I'm gonna say. All right, so we got to do the demolishing here. This is the part I'm not gonna be a fan of. You have to go. Oh, darn it. All right, and we'll just demolish this out too while we're at it. All right, so now we're gonna go put in a road here. We don't need, we can do country road here. Yeah, let's do 6 lanes. I don't think it's truly fully necessary here, but let's do it. All right, so now we want to curve. Can we get more of a natural curve? Nope. All right, so that's that. All right, I'm trying to think of how I want to disconnect up. So I do want to I want to demolish this. All right, so I want to go city. No, do country. It will upgrade to city for me. Straight. I want to go straight from here out. All right, that is about as good as good can get. All right, so that one comes straight out. All right, and then this is getting messy. Shoot. Delete the depot first. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's keep 6 lanes here. Country road, bus lanes. Yes, please. I don't think I need bus lanes out here, but that's what we're going with. All right. So, and then we just need to curve it. All right, so that will be the road that we'll take. All right, so that is, we got to put everything back. That's going to be the tricky part here. And try to fix as much as we can. Let's see here. Let's go buildings. We need a truck station. We are, all right, let's future proof this. So right now we're having a drop off. Crude is being turned into oil. So we just need an oil pickup. And then we are doing a fuel drop off oil drop off and fuel pickup, which actually we'll put on this side of the map. I think for safety reasons, you wouldn't have it on a curve. Do that. All right, so that's that. We need to have a depot down, but I'm going to actually I'll put the depot. No, city might grow out here. I'll probably have the depot over here where it's away from the city. All right, so we have, all right, what's still broken? Inner city Lancaster. Okay, gotcha. First things first, let's go streets here. And this is just so we can delete stuff this way. And those vehicles that we pushed out here will go back to there. All right. Fix inner city. So let's go fix the inner city route here real quick. All right, we got to manage the line. And what do we broken? Stops 5 and 4 don't exist. And everything's all right with the world again. Whew. All right, so we need a connection out here. All right, I was going to turn it live, but I definitely need to have a connection out here for these fuel trucks to not have to go the whole way back around. Right now, it's kind of tedious. So I think I'm going to have to finish putting everything in before I turn it live again. Unfortunately, I was hoping not to have to do this, but, you know, things happen. All right, so let's go ahead and get a port here. Let's get a large. So in case you guys, I haven't said it and have you figured it out. So this port will also be delivering fuel out to Richmond for us, which is going to suck. The reason why I'm picking up oil here and not here, down here, is because these ships are not going to run very full of fuel out to Richmond. So that means the majority of their trip, they are going to be running it with a negative. Having them shortly after picking up crude, right after Richmond, will actually allow to kind of rebound. If I can fill up a ship full of crude, right, I can rebound most of my losses and hopefully, maybe fingers crossed, make a profit. And that's what I'm going for. So we'll see how that works out. But Yeah, that's the main reason why I picked these two oil wells and not these two oil wells. All right, so let's see here. Let's come back down here. We have our dock. Do we need to smooth out the land? We should probably just do it anyways. Smooth it out, make sure it's good. All right, looks about right. All right, so now we don't, this is kind of more of a scenic route. So we're going to go country road. We're going to go with 4 lanes because we want the speed, but we don't need, I don't think we need all these. Actually, I don't even think we need 6 lanes through all this because there's, so 6 lanes is more like, okay, so between like Torrance and Gresham, like 6-lane road would be great. It would encourage growth in both cities. It would encourage private transport, but there's nowhere for private transport to go here in Lancaster. You need to take a ship. I provide the ship, so you're stuck in this city without me. That's kind of how that works. All right, let's see here. Let's get a straight line. Actually, what I can do, smaller road here. We don't need the bus stop. 4 lanes straight off this. All right, so we need to come down. Try to get close as we possibly can. I knew we were going to be bulldozing fields. It's fine. We knew we were spending a lot of money in this episode, so it doesn't hurt my feelings any. Oh. Curve. There we go. All right, are you going to do this for me, or I'm going to have to force you? Cool. All right, and then let's go yes with the bus lane. That's a city road, right? Cities, you two are, you're 4 lanes. Let's upgrade you. Come on, autosave, do your thing, get done. All right, the main reason why I did that is because it was creating an intersection very close to another intersection. I'm trying to avoid that kind of problem. So let's go ahead. Do country road. It will turn it into city for me. Bus lane, yes. Let's get at least a decent amount of space here. Let's go straight out. Oh no, straight out here. No! Smokes. Alright, let's see here. Country road, 6 lanes, bus, upgrade. Yeah, just do a small section. Alright, now. All right, so that's all hooked up. All right, now let's check out the routes, see if they look a little better. There we go. That looks a lot better. All right, awesome. All right, so let's turn everything live. Now we have everything fixed. We're gonna let Lancaster grow back. We probably, oh man, we decimated the population. Yeah, so pretty much everything we demolished was residential. So we just made a bunch of people relocate to nowhere. They're probably homeless. Sorry guys about that. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got my coffee in my hand. My throat's starting. Oh, come on, what the is that? What is that? Why? No, absolutely not. Ugh. All right. Stop looking at Lancaster, waiting for it to do something. Let me take a coffee. My voice is starting to hurt. Sorry guys. Like I said, the head cold, everything comes with it. Been battling it for like 2 days. I've just been working through it, but I was like, I gotta record today because, well, I'm not gonna be home very much after these next 2 days. So I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Gotta keep these videos coming out once a day. That's kind of a goal of mine. keep these transport fever videos once a day. Close to 100 of you watch these guys every day when they come out. You guys are awesome. Thank you for that. By all means, like, I do record these in advance, but don't feel free to give me feedback or whatnot. Like, I do read all the comments. I may not respond to all of them, but I do read them all. Some you guys seen a few episodes ago, I realized I made a huge mistake and didn't catch it until somebody left me a comment, which is awesome of that person to tell me that what was going on, because when I watched it back, I was like, oh my god, I'm an idiot. That was my reaction when I watched it, and then just watching myself not catching it, even though it was on the screen, like all the evidence was there of my mistake, and I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. But that's the very first time I've had like a huge mistake. Like, I mean, some people point out like, oh, you could do this better, that better, whatever. That's not really mistakes, right? Just my choice of how I wanted to handle something. But that one was definitely a mistake. And if you guys don't know what I was referring to, I think it's back in episode, I don't know, it's in the 30s somewhere. Well, the original mistake was in the 20s somewhere, and then I didn't catch it till like episode like 37 or something like that. Maybe it was episode 30, and I caught it, and then I caught it, or someone was left me a comment before I recorded episode 37, and I fixed it in episode 37, something like that. Anyway, so this is going here. I was just keeping, I wasn't trying to waste too much time. Just keep an eye on it. Very much I can do about here. It's just going to be wonky. So, it'd be nice if this, actually, can I still fix this road? Yeah, I can. Can I make you the way I want to make you? City. A curve, thank you. All right, at least you're a little bit more spread out. Makes more sense. All right, so they're going. That's all I really need for right now. How is Lancaster rebounding? I was surprised these haven't dropped off yet. Like, these should be dropping off. I totally annihilated this city. All right. Where are we on time? Okay, we're about done with this episode. Yeah, it was just a lot with Lancaster. So this is like kind of like leg one of it, the infrastructure to do what we need to do. The second part is going to be having this recognize that it can also feed to Lancaster. Or not Lancaster, it can feed to Richmond. We're going to deal with Torrance is going to be a problem. We'll deal with Torrance here in a little bit later. And actually, what I could do. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could do fuel. Sorry, guys, you're going to be brainstorm live. I could drop a fuel here. Or, yeah, fuel here. We'll pick up the crew and head back. And then I could have... No, I'll drop... Okay, what I'll do is I'll drop off fuel here, pick up crude here, head back. And then have fuel be delivered down in the Torrance from there, and have fuel delivered up into Richmond from there. And then I could use fuel exclusive vehicles for that process. Actually, that's what I'm going to do, guys. That's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so next episode, we need to set this up. And then what we'll end up doing here is we'll set up a fuel line or a ship route delivering fuel out here and to bring crew back. And then also getting to recognize Richmond Torrance. I don't know if I can get all that done in one episode. It sounds pretty simple, but it is a lot of work and setup and verifying that things are functioning properly. I'm pretty confident in my abilities to make things function properly, but if I get too arrogant, that's usually when problems happen, and I don't want to get too arrogant. But I got this. All right, guys. Yeah, that was this episode, tearing up Torrance, showing you guys the infrastructure, what we're doing to get fuel to every city. And this has kind of been, like I said, this is what we started out in the beginning of the series, and we just haven't been able to do much with fuel or even just getting to Torrance. We kept waiting for an oil refinery or oil well to show up closer, or, something different, like even like the oil refinery showing up somewhere over here so I could stop using this one. Like, I waited for all that stuff. It's just not going to happen. I got to stop, waiting on it. Something that happened that's never going to happen, and just make things happen. Speaking of things never going to happen, you remember that thing that was here, waited forever to disappear, and it finally did, and then they plopped this one down here, giving me like no room. I mean, it's more room than I had before, but like no room to get an extra track through here. Thank you, game. I appreciate you. But guys, with that said, if you guys are enjoying this series so far, give me that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done so already, turn on the notification bell, and don't forget to leave me a comment. And like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.